Hello, you guys. How is everybody doing this morning? I woke up. Well, actually, I was woke up and I cannot go back to sleep as much as I need to be resting. Let me see who's all up burning the midnight oil with me. I see one person. It's probably not that many more people. But I was just getting on because, like I said, I can't go back to sleep. So I was seeing if there was any other weirdos up with me. I was looking at some of the indictments for some of the politicians around the Memphis area now. Ed Ford Jr. I like Ed Ford Jr. Um, Hello, Sean Love. You one of the weirdos that's up with me, right? You one of the weirdos that's up with me. And I be looking at Sean, like Sean is spelled so many different ways. That's one of those names that's spelled like probably about you could spell it about 10 different ways. Shawn, Shaun, Shun, Shon. I mean, it's spelled a lot of ways. Hey, the real little T. I tell you, the weather has been so beautiful. The weather has been so beautiful. Listen, I think that we're going to skip a season. I think we're going to, we end because it happens quite a bit. It gets so hot, it basically just skips the spring season and goes straight into the summer. I mean, they're already cutting up. They was cutting up in the winter. Hey, Deontay Show. He said greetings from Cincinnati. Shout out to Cincinnati. I think I'm the only one with it spell. I was getting ready to say that's the first time I've seen it spelled that way though. Hey Teresa. Hey Shelly. Um yeah, I like I said, I was looking at some of the they're starting to indict some of the politicians around the Memphis area. For you know, corruption. I hope that they get the ones that really need to be got. It's Mort. Oh, somebody woke me up out of my sleep. Then I started looking at my Facebook messengers. Probably like four people had sent me a message. It's like, Lord, I just cannot go back to sleep. Um, Yep. But I knew nothing. I mean, being up this late, I don't even know if there are really any more other shows on this, but I'm sure that it is. I jumped on. I was like, let me just go and get on live because I was about to. I was get ready to start shopping, and I was like, I don't need to be shopping. I was looking at Melody Cherie's body butters. Miss T, my husband had the Advantage plan for his insurance, so we won't have to pay that much. Oh, that's a blessing, Teresa. That's a blessing that you all won't have to pay that much. Um, I was looking at, and I hope that your husband, has a speedy recovery. I was looking at Melody Cherie's body butters. I'm such a sucker for body butters, body washes, body butters, perfumes. I just and they're talking about how good her body butters smell. So I was like, I might need to order some of them. Then I was like, I need to use the body butters that I already have first. Then I could just put hers. I could just stock hers up with the rest of them. My nail station came in. You guys, I'm gonna start doing my own nails and toes. Y'all know the last time I told y'all I had to go to the podiatrist because my a fungus started growing in my nail, and so on my nail and my toenail, and so I y'all know I about had a fit. It almost sent me. Oh, y'all know I was having a fit, and because I never had a fungus on my toenail, and so my the podiatrist was like, well, you know, when you go to these nail shops, what a lot of people don't realize is that they're using the same the same fingernail polish on everybody. They're putting it on their fingers. They're using the same brush on the toes. And these people might have funguses on their toes. And I was like, I never thought about that. So when I started back going, I started taking my own nail polish. And damn if listen, I had started having skin to peel off of my hand. And then, I mean, oh, don't even get me started. But, anyways, I still had some medicine from when I went to the doctor before, but now I started ordering a lot of fungus. I was like, I hope this is not a fungus. You guys, I started putting my medicine and some of the ointments and stuff that I ordered on my toe and on my finger, and it's clearing up. So I was like, it's a fungus again. I'm not going back. I am not going back to another nail shop. So I ordered my own little nail station. I got my foot tub, a really good foot tub. I got my gel polish. I ordered a whole lot of gel polish. I ordered a station, and I'm doing my own shit. Period. It's gonna be cheaper anyways. So when I was ordering, because when I go to the nail shop, I like to do the jelly. I like to do the jelly, put my foot in the jelly, right? They say it's supposed to exfoliate or whatever. It seemed like to me it put fungus on your feet. Hell. But they charge you all that money. And when I was ordering my nail station and my foot station stuff, they pay basically nothing. Like gel nail polish, they charge you $40 extra for gel nail polish, and gel nail polish costs basically nothing. It costs nothing. So I ordered a lot. I'm gonna do my own stuff, and I'm gonna just keep doing it until I perfect it. Because I can't have another damn fungus from a nail shop. Mhm. Yeah, the cost is cheaper. I got a foot tub that does everything that the foot tub is just as big as the tub. I got it from Target. Um, that that's at the nail shop. We already know it's gonna be sanitized. It massages your feet. It puts the bubbles. I get to sit my feet in the tub. No, I'm gonna have to order me some fast dry. But what I got was the set, the light so that I could put my gel nails on, my gel nail polish on. And I got so many, oh my God, I got so many bottles of, I know I ordered about 70 bottles of different nail polishes, about 70. So I got a whole station. I got the station to put my nail polishes in order. I ordered the designer kits, um, all of the good stuff. Now what I'm gonna have to start doing is learning how to do my own damn eyebrows. My mom has always arched my eyebrows. Well, even when I like go to other places, they just don't arch my eyebrows as good as my mother does. I need to learn how to arch my own eyebrows too. And I want to learn how to um do my brows. You know, when you put the makeup on it and all of that. I guess I could look at tutorials, but I don't have patience. That's my problem because I need to learn how to put on my lashes. I think at one point I almost had it perfected, but the way my life is set up, I don't have time to. I be on the go so much. I know it's weird. When I'm sitting still, I just be wanting to sit still. My mom was like, my mom was saying to me just the other day, she was like, girl, what you need to do is you need to stop moving around so much before you end up in the damn crazy house. She didn't say damn, I'm just saying because my mother don't cuss. Before you end up in a straight jacket, she was like, so then when you sitting still, you just like to sit. I like to sit on my couch and look right at the TV. To me, that's fine. I was thinking about today. My day is booked out today. And um I think I'm gonna make Sunday. I have a free day all day Sunday. So instead of booking out 2 days, I just decided to book out Saturday. And yeah, I decided to book out Saturday. I have to go and do some things. Um, yeah. But a couple of the things that I gotta do is something that I really enjoy doing. Um, as it relates to helping children, as it relates to helping children, misplaced children. Um, yeah, helping misplaced children that who have been in the foster care system. That's something that I do um on my own time. And yeah, it's helping foster care children ensuring that they are living in suitable conditions, that they're not being mistreated, all of that, going and talking to them and talking to the foster parents and all of that. That's something that I volunteer and do in my own time, right? For the courts. So I gotta do that with a couple of kids tomorrow. And I love that. That's something I don't that's not work. That's just me don't donating my time. And it's needed too. Because I feel like children in the foster care system, um, I started when I, in the past in doing some in investigative work. In the past, I found that I remember I had a case. This is why I really started getting involved. I have a passion for children anyways. But I had a case probably about over a year ago in Arkansas. And um, the person hired me to watch this home, okay, of this family. And the client had said to me that that they had gotten tips that the family was swinging and doing all types of things in front of the children. And the family had their kids and they had some foster children also. And they were saying that they had witnessed this family, they swing right in their living room, and their kids they felt like that they purposely, like it was this thing that they did. And I had thought, I was like, I don't really like going over to Arkansas like that because they don't really have any, the way that the streets and the houses and stuff are made is just different. Like you can't hardly like do surveillances because their streets are different. That they don't really have sidewalks. You can't really just sit over to the side of the road without sitting in somebody's yard, and which is um noticeable. But what I found was, like, on one side of the street over in Arkansas, it may be wealthy people that live on that street, and then on the other side of the same street is abandoned houses that are just raggedy and all of that. So I think it was just me. I took it. I took it. I did because it was like a last minute that I took it. I went over there and I saw, like, I was like, well, ain't nothing really going on. And then, like, right before the assignment was over, I started seeing they decided to they had a swing party. It was just like the person had initially reported to the state. And yeah, and it's funny because they had like a window. Um, I forget those windows that they call those windows in their house when they're like, my grandmother used to call them like when they have those big windows like in their living room. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I forget what it's called. On their house when they have those big windows. A big window. It's like a show, I forget what they call a show window or something. And it's funny because it was just God just wanted me to, it was just meant for me to see it because I was able to sit right there. Nobody bothered me. The house that I was sitting in front of, nobody lived in it. And I was just able to sit right there without being one of those, of course, I be blacked out anyways. Any car that I go in is gonna, it's something like yeah. And and because the window was so big in the front area, just like the person said, they was in there partying and stuff. I was just able to sit right there, nobody noticed me, um, and just get what I need to, did my surveillance to get video and pictures. But like I said, our windows and stuff be so blacked out, of course. You know, and then that street had a mixture of black and white people. I lived on the street. I remember I had a case. It was down in a part of Mississippi. It's funny because now I start seeing the guy as people you may know. Y'all know, when people start coming up on your Facebook as people you may know, um, um, that means that they've been looking at your page. I know sometimes folks think, well, it's because we got friends in common. No, if you have friends in common with a lot of people, it's because they looking at your page. They've been looking at your page. But I remember I had a case down in I won't say what part of Mississippi, but I didn't know I promised the guy that didn't know who the guy was. And he knew, he finally knew I didn't, because he asked me, he was like, how much are your services? I was like 35. 30. He was like, damn, 3,500. I was like, 35. Okay. So he was like, well, I mean, I'm gonna pay you. It's like, oh yeah, if you want me to do it, what you need me to do, you are. So he was like, well, I need this and that and all that. I was like, okay, cool. So then when he got ready to pay me, he was like, I was looking into him. I was like, okay, he owns like a financial service or whatever. So he was like, I don't know if you know who I am, because I think it kind of kicked in, there's always this stigma that's a black girl. Maybe there's might be a little bit of distrust or whatever. And so he was like, I used to I don't know if you're familiar with this group of people. I won't say who it was, but they were known as around the Memphis area, especially in the early 90s, they were known as like mobsters, right? And so he was like, but I was the one they sent out to get the money. I was the one that they always sent to get the money. I was like, okay, do you need me to send you the link? Because he wasn't talking about shit if he didn't pay that 35. I didn't know what he was getting at that point. And so anyways, he ended up being real cool, you know, because he started telling me about how much money he had donated to different places. I looked it up, and he was right. He donates a lot of money even to this day to like, but he had kind of, I think he told me that to scare me in case I was gonna run off with his money or something. But I always found that really weird, like, and now he watched my page. I don't he's found me because I don't really use my real name now on my Facebook page. But not my whole real name. But it's funny that he watches my page, but that's been like over a year ago. But he had started calling. He was like, "Thank you, sweet girl," and this, and that. And so right before my assignment ended with him, he was like, "You don't know who I am. You don't. Everybody knows me, but you don't know me. I could tell you don't know me." He was like, "I didn't scare you one bit." I said, "No, no. All I wanted was for you to pay me. You pay me. I do the assignment. I go on with my life. That's how I live my life. I don't know nothing about how you used to go get the money for the mobsters. Because I do remember being younger and they all got busted because they had a whole lot of strip clubs and stuff. I remember that. I was like, Lord Jesus, I sure get the crazies, but I'm crazy too. So I guess it all just kind of works out. But anyways, I guess I have to balance all my time and stuff because I always like to give back and stuff, like give my time. And I feel like if we're gonna have a better society, the kids are definitely the future, and people take advantage of our children. I don't know how I got to talking about him anyways. He donating their money. While he looking at my page. He needs to be trying to donate some of that money because I see he got a financial service. He needs to be trying to donate some of that money to to the betterment to some of these foster children. Because I'll tell him you need to donate some of that money to you giving all that money to. I won't say what or because he gives a lot of money away. He do. It'd be too easy to look up, but he needs to give some of that money to help some of these foster children. Um, I know, right? People say I got a habit of telling them what they need to do. I tell you, but it's a blessing though to be able to do that. I think more people should just really just get involved with making sure the kids are okay. It's sad, for many years we already knew that people kind of took in children. Um, they kind of took in children so that they for the money. Now they take them in for other reasons too. More and more foster children, unfortunately, are being taken in, and then they come up missing. They're being put into human trafficking. They being assaulted by their foster parents. Um, yeah. So I think it is extremely vital to make sure that if you can, I know my time be so limited, but stuff like that, I mean, I love to do anyways. Thank you, Shelly Shell. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you. I think what people need to understand is that when we start talking about, I hope I'm saying this right, children being promiscuous. I know promiscuous. It's usually learned behavior. We kind of got a habit of calling children, she a fast little girl. She's this, she's that. Um, I don't think people really know what I don't think people really know what's going on with children, like what they're doing to children. Perversion has always been around, but it's so prevalent now that it is absolutely ridiculous. And what's scary is people are becoming more and more desensitized to it. It's prevalent and people becoming more and more desensitized, and folks are turning a blind eye to. I could never in my life, you know that something is happening to a child. Not even if the child is 15. You know, be quiet, little boy. If she's 16, no grown man has any business carrying on a relationship with a underage girl. I have issues myself with when I see older men and women, because women are doing it now. It's really sad. Like, I was looking at a teacher just got pregnant by a 13 old rusty ass almost 40-year-old teacher just had a baby by a 13-year-old boy. That's a damn mental illness. But I have issues with a man that would date an 18-year-old girl, and he got his ass in his damn 30s and 40s. It's no difference in an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old. Emotionally, psychologically, mentally, they have nothing in common. She is still a damn child. So if he'll mess with an 18-year-old, he'll mess with a 16-year-old. When they ask to get their old rusted rotten asses in their 30s, and you start seeing them want to mess with anything in their teens, I think that's borderline. They really rocking on the line of perversion. Okay, I have to talk about them like that shit because listen, I think I've seen so much in all of the years that I've been working in law enforcement, working for law enforcement facilities. I've seen so much. Like that's people say that I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I just know what people do. I've seen it. I've seen the raw stuff that they cannot even put on TV. A lot of people don't know. Even dating back from the time in 2000 when I started working for MPD, this is something that they can't show on TV. Every day that I walked into work, it was so many people in sex crimes. Uh, they would be just balled up in the hallway in knots and stuff. You know, um, I always say I think we have to get our priorities right. We sometimes we want to sit your ass down. We want to protect people because they're related to us all while we turn the blind eye. Just like I told y'all when I was working for MPD many years ago, and I always remembered the case because my daughter's dad is from out of Binghamton, and so I'll never forget. It was on Johnson Circle because that's the area that he was from, and so when the investigators told me, I'll never forget. Ed Hall was like, Tam, I need you to. That's when I first started. I was transcriptions. I was a typist, and so he was like, I need you to type a statement. Got a guy coming in. Officers bringing up a guy up here from out of Binghamton, and I started looking at because they would have to at that time they would fax them the arrest ticket before they even got there. So I was reading the narrative. I was like, dog. So when I saw around Johnson Circle, I was like, my daughter's dad lives is from around that area. So I really got interested. I was like, let me sit down and see what's going on here. And so I was reading the ticket. The guy's brother had called the police on him because he walked in on his own brother having sex with his 17-year-old daughter. Now, this was his brother's biological. This is a dad and a daughter, right? So then, when he got up there, when he walked in, I was like, wow, he was tall and handsome. And he was really tall and handsome. I was like, I wonder if his brother lying on him. Like he was just a good looking, gorgeous guy. I was like, wow, he handsome. So, the investigators, he was sitting there. I mean, he was going in, man, I ain't got the F with my daughter. I'll never forget at that time, he was 36 years old. I never forgot any of it. He was 36. And so he was sitting there. It's so funny because he was denying it. So the investigators walked away. They was letting him deny. He was like, man, I ain't gotta mess. That's my daughter. I ain't gotta mess with my daughter. Y'all know how many gals I got. I got other kids. I can have anybody I want. I was saying to myself, I was like, he is good looking. He can have anybody he want. So I saw he lived on Johnson Circle. He was sitting there. The investigators got up and walked out. I started talking to him, and sure enough, he was like, "Yeah, I know you." He was like, "Yeah, I know him." This, and that. So then, when the investigators walked back in, they changed up on him quick because they would do that often. They would go light on them, walk back in, put the hammer down on them, right? And and when they put the hammer down on him, the first thing he said was, man, I know I was wrong for having sex with my daughter, but she was acting like she was liking it. All I did was lick her in her belly. Um, He was like, all I did was just lick her in her belly. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. This man is sick. Oh my God, he's sick. I mean, he just broke totally all the way down. I know I was wrong, but my daughter was acting like she was liking it. I said, oh my God, he's sick. Oh my God, he's sick. And so, anyways, after that, they had to question his daughter and all of that. And so his daughter says that when she was 10 years old, her mother got on drugs or whatever. So she had to go live with her dad. She was taken away from her mother and had to go live with her dad and her grandmother because her dad was living with her grandmother. She said at 10 years old, her dad started, fondling her. At 11 years old, her dad started having sex with her. This is black people, okay? And she says that so I mean, she had been having sex with her dad from 11 years old. She thought it was normal. She said so when her dad started doing that to her, she went to his mother, her grandmother, and said to her grandmother, what her dad was doing to her. And her grandmother said, "Shut up. Don't you ever say that about your dad again." So she said, I never said anything else. I tried to tell my grandmother, which was her dad's mom. She was living there with them. And her grandmother turned a blind eye and said, "Shut up. Don't you say that about your daddy. Don't you ever say that about your daddy again." So she just from 11 years old on up. Um so when he's sitting up talking about at 17 years old, his brother walk into the room and see him having relations with his very own daughter. Hey, Tony, thank you for the cash app, Mario. And see him having sex with his very own daughter. He called the police on him, right? Because his brother was sane. But for him to say my daughter was acting like she was liking it when he is trained, he started doing this to his daughter when she was really 10 years old is just insane. And for her, it was learned behavior. You try to tell your grandmother shoot you down. So now you think it's the norm because this is what your own biological father do to you to be doing this with your dad. I never forget this happened. I remember this was like around 2000 and it had to be around like 2002. Down through the years, I would always go into MPD system. Even when I went to the sheriff's office, I would go into their system. I'd always remembered his name and stuff. As I said, he lived in the area that my daughter's dad did in Binghamton. And I would always see if there were police reports because I knew he was a sick predator, right? And sure enough, I came up on a police report like shortly after that happened. He got out of jail. He started living with this other girl who had a paraplegic son, but evidently he still had feelings, right? He was in a wheelchair. He was a 7-year-old child that was bound to a wheelchair. I remember reading the report in MPD system. And he was bound to a wheelchair. And so the grandmother of the little boy said she decided her daughter had been working. She decided to just stop by randomly to see her grandkids, right? And she says that when she stopped by to see him, the girl was leaving him at home with the boy. And she said her grandson started complaining about his booty was hurting him, right? And so she said she decided to take the grandson. She said, I'm going to take him with me. She said she decided to take him with her so that she could talk to him some more. And she says that he had told her that when he was changing his diaper, because he was wheelchair bound, so he had to wear a diaper, that he was putting his finger in his butt. So he was still exhibiting, that sick behavior. She immediately took him to rape crisis. And, she went through all the protocols and all of that. And sure enough, I mean, it was founded where I was reading in the notes. Like I said, this was like back in 2002 that I was reading in the notes that they were saying that the little boy's butt was just absolutely totally raw from him poking, taking his finger and taking objects and sticking it in that baby's butt. I mean, that's why women have to be very careful about who they leave around their children. Because I told y'all about the case. This is why I just don't. When men or women exert predatory behavior, y'all see, I kind of go into a rage, right? I recognize predatory behavior, and that's the reasons why when they go, she just over the top. She go to the police, she go to the FBI. I know a predator when I see one. And one of the characteristics is when they have obsessive behavior with people that they don't even know, right? And so I'll never forget a lady from the DA's office was like sitting outside, and she was like, why are people so evil to children? And so I later, she was, we was talking about a case that had happened where a young mother had left her 6-month-old. I've talked about this right here. I don't think anybody ever forgot that. Now the baby will be an adult now. But she was 6 months old at the time where he was trying to penetrate her, and then he ended up tearing the baby open, and then he went and got needle and thread and tried to sew her little vagina back up at 6 months. So I mean, it's been a whole lot of stuff like that. This is the type of stuff that they don't put on the news. So when people go, you just don't have, when you hard on these damn men. I said, these motherfuckers all not be predators. They shouldn't be predators. And so when they exert that type of predatory behavior, I know when a man is flirting with a woman, that's natural. When they're trying to holler at a woman, that's natural. But it's what is not natural for a man to try to insert himself into a woman's private life. That's not natural. That is a predator. And I was not raised around some of the women that I've seen on here. What they do is they leverage a lot of that. They help these men to be predators. Okay, which is why they help some of these men to be predators. Did something happen to him? Did something happen to Hernandez Govan? I don't know. Did something happen to him? Oh, I don't know. Okay. And so, they help them to be predators. So like I said, they help them to be predators, which is why, I kind of go crazy with it. Because I just don't think that it's normal for people to do a lot of what they do. I kind of watch people, right? And when stuff happened to certain folks, okay, when stuff happened to certain folks, right? I don't care what goes on. They don't have any empathy. I never thought I would live to see the day where women would get a lot of gratification out of seeing other women hurt. I know it comes from a place of jealousy and a place of trauma. I'm not the type of person that would ever I'm not the type of person that would ever get any gratification out of seeing a woman attacked or anything like that. You don't see me do it on my channel. But so many women are damaged. So many women are damaged that they get a lot of gratification. They go, I went through the trauma. She needs to go through it too. That's the reason why you see nothing but a lot of karma in the atmosphere, because a lot of people, that karma be hitting them back quick. I'm not that type. And we'll help a man to assault you. And that's the reason why it goes to the FBI on them. Okay. Some of these folks are into so much stuff on here. It don't make no sense. It's almost scary. And they posted up and set their asses up on a federal entity to commit a lot of the crimes that they are committing. Okay. Um, Exposing the truth says, I agree there are men like that, but all of us, I agree that there are men like that, but all of us, because I know hella perverted women. I know of a white woman right now who brags about messing with underage boys. Yeah, women do it too. I just told you that there's a teacher that's in she was either 30, 39, something like that, just had a baby with her 13-year-old student. That's perversion if I ever heard of it. So to each his own, because I know, people, I'm not saying anything about anybody that like to date younger men. But when you all hear me talk about like Key Glock and them are handsome and Straight Dropping them are handsome, I have kids that are the exact same age as them. I would never in my life. Most all kids are young adults. Their mentality is almost all the same. Some are a little bit mature than others. I don't. I don't. I could never I could never even look at anybody that I could have given birth to, okay, as somebody romantic, or so, you know what I mean. I don't even have those thoughts about those young dudes like that. Even when I was young, I dated older men. Okay, I ain't gonna get to be old and want to date no young man. Shit, especially young, the same age as my kids. I don't know, but I don't know. But to each his own, though. It just ain't for me. I have too much stuff going on in my life now. I ain't got time to be raising no more children. Emotionally unstable. My kids get on my nerves real bad. Okay, I could never deal with somebody young and they be getting on my nerves. I don't have no patience. Johnny B, I thought they said that his court date was rescheduled. Then they say they rescheduled it, right? He gonna be in court in May or something, right? I think it was rescheduled. Hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to use my gel nails. Leave that alone, Roscoe. I'm not playing with you either. You're gonna get your ass whooped. He said Roscoe, and no, he kept on. He stopped and he looked up. He stopped and looked up at me for a few minutes, and then he right back doing it. I said, I think I'm gonna sell my puppies. I think I'm gonna sell them. Nah, I can't sell them. They'll be unhappy. They're too old now. Nobody wants them. They'll be 1 year. They'll be one next month. They'll be one next month. So nobody, they're too old to be sold now. They'll be traumatized going to a different home and all of that. I may as well just let them stay with me. He says going to be very interesting, but he can't take a plea deal no more. I, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know if that's a true statement, but I don't know though. Clarinetta says, T, you ever hear anything from Rest in Peace? No, I have not heard anything from Rest in Peace, Young Dog. I ain't heard nothing from Monica either. I haven't heard anything from Monica either. mm. I hope both of them are okay, though. Me too. I miss them too. So this is a shell color. Mm. Child, yeah. I tell you. But I think for the latter part of my day, I'll be free, which is good. I'll be free and I'm gonna grill. I'm gonna grill me some shrimp and scallops. I'm gonna grill them and then I'm going to put them in my Alfredo pasta. Roscoe, I said stop. I'm gonna put them in my Alfredo pasta. I'm surprised so many people up over in the middle of the night. Johnny B, it's my first time seeing you up in here. It's my first time seeing you, Johnny B. Is this your first? I've never seen you in here. Is he still in here, Johnny B? Oh, you're new. Okay. So this is your first time coming into seeing the channel and coming into the. I know it's your first time in the chat, but this is your first time on the channel. Okay. Welcome. Yeah, I told y'all that I told y'all some months ago, a couple months ago. I said, y'all, the feds are get ready to aggressively start going after these people that has been committing number one, Medicaid and Medicare fraud and identity thefts. Medicaid and Medicare fraud and identity thefts is costing is the it's costing a lot of money, right? Okay, you meant check. Okay, I hear you. And y'all see what's happening? I told y'all that's like the third doctor that has been indicted. I know somebody that's working with the government on that. that he's been going all to like New York and everywhere. Like it's very bad in New York where doctors are committing Medicaid and Medicare fraud and stuff. Mhm. Um, Identity theft. Now that's gonna affect a lot of these vloggers. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, some of them y'all ain't gonna probably see in a little while. He said he's been checking other YouTubers about the Young Dogs case. Okay. I tell you, everybody's still fascinated. It says T.I. Holland when you said they're gonna be sitting in prison with them big ass teeth. They are. They are. They going and committing insurance fraud to get them big ass teeth in their mouth. Okay. And they're gonna be sitting in jail on their cots with them big ass teeth, looking at they gonna be white. They be real white. They be big and white. Them big white ass teeth. I don't y'all, they're not playing with them either. And them fake asses. Somehow doctors have figured out a way to give people tummy tucks. And that's cosmetic. That insurance don't even pay for cosmetic surgery. Somehow it's happening. Um, they're getting crooked doctors that do that. These girls just need to leave that stuff alone. I mean, they going to any doctor, them asses to be whopped and everything. They may as well just be happy with God gave them and sit down somewhere. Now they gonna have to go to jail and sit on them fake asses, fake whopped asses. I don't know, Therese. Oh my God. Oh my God, Teresa. Oh my gosh, she said dentures. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you, I don't know who wear dentures. I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. I don't listen. I don't have listen. I'm not because see, I got some weave up in my head right now. Y'all know I wear extensions and stuff. I wear braids, extensions. But I have hair. I have a lot of hair. But I see more and more. I didn't know that. Listen, I didn't know a lot of men wore fake hair. Like I just think that but they need to just go on and go bald headed. Just be bald headed rather than put a rug on top of your head. Just go on and be bald headed. I don't like it when men wear their hair taped to their head either. When they have their hair taped like Jermaine Jackson. I think that's spray. I'm gonna show y'all. It's a lot of men doing this too, and they can't say they're not because I'm getting ready to show. Men do not do this. I'm getting ready to show y'all because a lot of them are doing it. Women, it's not sexy. Women don't like it. I wonder if that's a whole rug Jermaine Jackson got on top of his head. Oh, Jermaine been wearing them things for a long time. I'm looking at an old picture of him. Mm-mm. Oh God. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord have mercy. Mm-mm. Look, gentlemen, waves are out. Don't do it, please. Don't. Oh my God, what kind of patterns are those in his head? Y'all think that's a wig? Y'all think that's a wig on top of his head that they got? I think that's a 27 piece. I think that's a 27 piece on Jermaine Jackson's head. I don't think that's his hair. I think that's a 27 piece. She said, I've been she said, I've been trying to get the feds to get to get my granddaughter mom for CPN fraud. She's mistreated and neglected. Renata, Clarinetta, Clarinetta. Oh my God. She said she trying to get her for CPN fraud. Y'all gonna be shocked when y'all start seeing what they do to these people that's abusing the CPN. That's a lot of them are related to identity thefts. Y'all gonna see. Shelly Shell says they have men lace fronts as well. Y'all, is that a 27 piece? I refuse to believe that somebody gelled his hair down like that and put a Jerry curl on top. They put a Jerry curl on top of his head and then took gel and put gel his hair down and put finger waves in it. I think that that is a 27 piece. They got finger waves on the side and a Jerry curl on the top. Lord have mercy. And hey trash bag. I used to love Jermaine Jackson. I don't know, y'all, but they have the lace fronts now because it looks like it's coming up out of his scalp. Yeah, I think y'all see the waves on the side. I think those are finger waves. I think that they are finger waves. I think they're finger waves. They got a lot of gel, but I believe it's a 27 piece. I think it's a 27 piece. It's finger waves on the side with Jerry curl in the top. Don't y'all know they said Jerry curls are coming back? People have started back wearing Jerry curls. Why? Why would they want to bring Jerry curl juice back? Okay. Why they want to bring the Jerry curl juice back? Says fried, dyed, and laid to the side. It's not a sight to see. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. If you go deeper down in Mississippi, you got people that never stop wearing Jerry curls. I said, Lord, the Jerry curls coming back around again. I guess they gonna make them where they don't be so juicy this time, where Jerry curl don't be dripping juice. Hmm. Oh Lord, trash bag. I think you are a troll. I'm not in the mood to be trolled tonight. Okay, I'm not in the mood. Clarinetta says, drip drip, but they used to make a lot of people hair grow. Mm, yeah, but they don't need to bring it back though. No, because that's people was messing up their suits and stuff. Because their suits had the Jericho activator all in it, messing up people's couches. When they first got their curls done, I mean, it would look good, I guess. We didn't know no better, but nobody wanted but for you to sit on their couch because you left the Jericho juice on the couch. And the dudes would just be swinging. The when they got their curls done, they would just be swinging it. I remember my mama knew how to do Jerry curls. She would do like everybody in our family Jerry curls. They would come and let her do them. I asked my mama about that now. Tonight. I don't remember doing no Jerry curls. I said, lady, you took cosmetology. You used to do Jerry curls. I don't remember doing no Jerry curls. I said, didn't you take cosmetology? Yeah. I said, well, back in your day, that's what y'all did, Jerry curls. You did everybody in the family Jerry curl, trying to act like she don't remember. Yeah, the clothes all messed up. Oh, let me take Jermaine Jackson down, making my head hurt looking at that. I tell you. I tell you. Um, Jermaine Jackson and them got a lot of money. Jermaine Jackson got all those potholes in his damn face. I wonder why he don't go to a dermatologist. He don't have to have them potholes in his face. I know Jermaine Jackson got some money. I'm sure he got some money. I hate Tito Jackson died. He had that heart attack. I like Tito. I like Tito. I think Tito Jackson, he found his own lane and stuff. And he started doing his own music. Had just bought him a big nice house in Oklahoma. And I think Tito being old, I think Tito being old and traveling and not eating healthy and being tired and stuff, you know, I really hate that about Tito. I hope Tito wasn't doing no drugs either, because for some odd reason, these entertainers get to be old, they're Methuselah, and they still want to. They think that they can hit a pipe or hit a line, or sniff a line, like they did when they was younger, and they forget their heart is they're old and all of that stuff. You can't do what you used to do. Be quiet. Says wonder why it's taking so long to indict you know who. Wonder why it's taking so long to indict you know who. I don't know. I don't even know. I tell you. Hmm. Are you talking about Yo Gotti? Are you talking about Yo Gotti? Hmm. Trust me, every dog got a day. Every dog got a day. Mm-hmm. And Clara Anetta says, Lord, I want Dunkin' Donuts real bad tonight. My mother loves Dunkin' Donuts. For some reason, I like Dunkin' Donuts, but I like Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't like the donuts. I like their coffees. Like I like their lattes, and they have like a avocado toast sandwich that I like. So I like their breakfast sandwich, that avocado toast sandwich. I make that at home now. I just go get the bread. I make my own avocado. I toast the bread, spread out the avocado on the bread, guacamole actually, and I'll take turkey bacon and chop it up and crumble it. She said, "Tamara, are the mods in tonight?" I don't see. I haven't seen any of the mods on here tonight. He said his car was at the crime scene. His car was at the crime scene. Youngster. Mm-hmm. You heard that man out there saying that he was out there on the crime scene. They did all they could. They was paying vloggers to try to find them people too that spotted them. And Teresa said she fell asleep earlier. Listen, I went to sleep. I went to sleep, and somebody had woken me up. It was just hard for me to go back to sleep. I tell you. Mm. Mm-hmm. I saw that video. I think everybody saw it. It's probably too late now because it was out there for a long time. It did disappear, but it was out there for a long time. Teresa said, I mean, while I was in the chat. Oh, while you was in the chat. Be close your damn mouth. I'm sick of you. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you. I tell you. Because like even to now, even right now, it's like 51 degrees. Hold on, let me see what the temperature is gonna be today. So it's not gonna be that warm today. The highest it's gonna be is 51. Yeah, Janet, I think everybody saw that video. I saw that video very early on because a lot of the vloggers had it in rotation, like it was out there. Um, and I don't think that it was photoshopped either. I think it was raw footage. But yeah, you're right. I haven't seen. I'm sure it's on some of these vloggers' posts. Oh. Mm. Some of their old videos. Oh, it's gone. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Now I can't believe the temperature. The temperature went going all the way back down to the 50s. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you. He says they did Dark bad. I was a big fan. I want justice for he and his family. Yeah, me too. I want justice for he and his family too. You know what? I feel like as it relates to the Young Dolls case, be quiet. As it relates to the Young Dolls case, you know what? God is definitely in control. I believe that the authorities would do what they need to do. Teresa Case is that video that girl made at the cookie shop when she kept saying, "Oh my God, that's Doll." I'm never saying so. I've never understood why people want to get video of folks being dead. Um, I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm glad I didn't go to court that day. Because I was getting ready to go that day. And I was gonna sit in on Young Dolph's trial. And some of the people that I know that was in that courtroom, um, they talk about that when he was shot. They talk about how he when he was shot. had the opportunity, they saw the whole video of when he fell. Um, Somebody told me when they shot him, when he first shot him, he initially he initially turned around or something like that, you know. And anyways, it's just um yeah, I don't like talking about it or tried to turn around or something. Um, that's why you see when he fell down, he fell back the opposite way. Um, I think that's why Cornelius kept kept popping at him. You know what? Just thinking about that because them people in that courtroom said it was heinous. Okay, it was heinous. I really hope it never gets out. I'm talking about that video. I know people are wanting to see it because they're twisted, but mm, you know, yeah, I think that would be consistently like reopening like wounds for the person's family. Just like when that picture of Juke was being passed around the internet, I thought that that was evil. That was evil. Why would somebody want to take a picture of him being laying there dead like that? That's evil. The same thing happened to Big Motor. Whoever that guy was when the police was asking him to leave that scene, and he was determined that he was gonna get that video of Big Motor coughing up blood and dying and stuff. That's he needs to be looked at. First of all, he got to be a motherfucking vampire. Who would even want to do something like that? He couldn't do a motherfucking thing for him. So why would he have a determination to ensure that he got video of that man dying like that? Oh, it's some sick, twisted people in the world. That's why I say I be good. Let me chill by myself. Let me sit Indian style on my motherfucking couch and drink my wine by myself, or look at a damn CIA movie or something like that, and leave me alone. You try to invade my privacy, I'm gonna put the folks on you. Leave me alone. Because people are twisted. I've never in my life seen the mindset of folks now is that of you have to go ahead and do them dirty because they twist it. If they feel like there's an ounce of weakness in you, they won't stop. So you have to just finish them off. You have to put them in a position where they finished because they got a mindset of they don't know how to stop. And people sitting up talking about they want to, they want to see these videos of these people dying and stuff. I don't. I understand these folks got family members and stuff. I don't want to see that. I don't. I don't want to see it. But I think that has a lot to do with like that vampirish um spirit, that get some gratification out of seeing destruction and death. It ain't got nothing to do. You want justice for Dolph? You motherfuckers can't get no justice for Dolph. You can't. Not unless you know everything that happened from A to Z and you can offer up some information with some damn proof. Other than that, you can't do it. So what you want to look at the video for? Because you're a damn vampire. I think when Cornelius shot him, he turned around to look at him or something. I don't know. I have to ask the person again. um that was in there. But the person that I talked to, if you go back and look at the video, she was sitting right there in the front of the court. And after they played the video, she looked up at it and she shook her head. And that's when the judge called for a recess because his family was breaking down. We want to see Dolph family break down. These bitches is twisted. I've never in my life seen such mental illness. And it's just a lot of evilness. I think some of these folks are fucking cave people. They sit up and don't get me started. Okay. Don't get me started. Mm. Mm-hmm. What you doing? Now, nobody told me this. I just think as far as Juke, whoever took that picture, they were one of the ones that stayed back and to get the picture. I think they stayed behind. And once everybody started coming out, they blended in with everybody else, right? Of course, people were so devastated and in such pandemonium, they were not paying attention to who belonged and who did not belong because there was a whole lot of people there. So they was able to blend in. So I mean, I guess that was one of their things to do to get that picture. Um, I tell you, I really do hate all of this stuff happen. I do. They really made the city of Memphis just look terrible, like a bunch of goddamn fools that was running around off of their damn meds. Okay, and so now they got a negative force because that's what it is. It's a negative force that is now that's focused on Memphis. I'm gonna tell you, it's a bad thing when negative forces focus in on you. Okay, so now what happens is you have people watching Memphis in hopes of something happening, um, so that they can blog about it, right? And so let's see what happened in Memphis today to see if I can break a juicy story. That's hoping and putting that energy into the atmosphere so that they could talk about it or so that a story can be broke instead of genuinely praying for the stupid motherfuckers that's walking around Memphis now that's doing all of this crazy stuff. Now I can talk about the Memphians like that because I'm a damn Memphian. Okay, y'all know I be getting mad when other people talk about the Memphians like a damn dog because it be true. So it makes me mad, okay? Because I have a connection to my city, but when I say it comes from a different place, these motherfuckers is stupid, okay? A lot of them. They walking around here killing each other. They went out there and killed that boy like that, brought a negative connotation to the city, and they still acting like a bunch of damn fools, okay? So that's why I say, when I say that I'm genuinely praying for my city, I am. You cannot be born and raised in a city, okay, and not have a love whether you know the people or not, and not have a connection and a love for the city and for the people that live in the city. Wherever I go, I already know, even though Mississippi and Arkansas is close to Memphis, I know the dialect of a Memphian. I know when I hear somebody from Mississippi. Mississippi has a deeper country dialect than the Memphians, right? Arkansas's dialect is different, although it's similar. So that means you have a connection to your city when you can recognize just from the dialect. Oh my God, that's the Memphian right there. Are you from Memphis? Yeah, I'm from Memphis. I know, right? So I think that is sad, and it definitely has to be some prayer. The only thing that's going to drive out that force is prayer. So that's why you always hear me say, people need to just genuinely pray for, hey Ken, people need to just genuinely pray for the city of Ken, you been to the casino? People need to just genuinely pray for the city of Memphis. It has to be a genuine prayer. Because there are a lot of evil forces that's in the atmosphere, and I think you give life to it when you're hoping for those forces to strike. The Bible says that the devil goes to and fro seeking who he can devour. So there's an evil force in the atmosphere that is waiting to penetrate people to get them to do crazy stuff. And when you have people that watch in on Memphis to see what juicy has happened next and waiting for the next juiciest things to happen, I think that gives those forces life instead of praying that those forces dissipate in the atmosphere. It can't happen. That's why I say the Memphians are gonna have to start truly praying. Okay, Memphis is gonna have to start truly praying because it's definitely a negative force in the atmosphere. It's an evil force too. Jealousy, envy, strife, poverty, poverty mindset. It's one thing to be in poverty, but I think you're a lot worse off when you got a fucking poverty mindset. It's a poverty mindset when you want to try to get over on people. I'm gonna break them. I'm gonna use them. Um, and jealousy. What are you doing, Remy? Yeah, you have to think about like the curses of the bloodshed of Malcolm, not Malcolm X, of Dr. King and others. Because one thing about it, like what I see now is if when people don't, and it's happening everywhere, when they can't assassinate you physically, they're trying to assassinate your character, you know, and then brag about it. I'm an assassin. I'm an assassin. Some people just need to go ahead and croak. And that's a true step. Hold, these damn dogs ain't gonna sit up in my damn house and bark. Be quiet and see me on this. On here. Shut up. And I mean it. And I mean you better shut up. Be quiet. Oh, they're getting on my nerve. They want to be let out, but I'm not letting them out this early. Says you have to take a person's life just because you want to. Right. We all need to ride through the city with blessing. Oh, yeah. I agree. It has to be genuine prayers. You don't even see a lot of the preachers praying like they used to. They praying for some damn money, for somebody to bring them their money. That's it. I mean, that they're not truly those travailing prayers, right? They praying, and we praying and fasting for a seed. Yeah, the folks in poverty. So I mean, that's an oxymoron, right? So I don't know. It's just it's gonna it just it takes you know, it's gonna take prayer and actions. Because I think criminals, a lot of criminals now feel like that they're untouchable because people have this thing about they don't want to tell nothing. There's no way in the world that I could know somebody is in my neighborhood, terrorizing my neighborhood. And I got kids and stuff walking around my neighborhood, and I say nothing and I do nothing. Mm-mm. And just let them terrorize the neighborhood with my children and stuff walking around. Oh, absolutely not. You're gonna have to stop feeling like they gotta hold down Junebug when Junebug been terrorizing the neighborhoods. I would want for my neighborhoods to be safe. I would. I need 5 more puppies. Ooh, girl, I'm gonna sell every one of them. See, if I let my puppy get pregnant right now, she would have the babies. It's March 1st. Let's see. She would have the babies around June. It wouldn't be. That's not a good time. That wouldn't be a good time because all the income tax money gonna be gone. See, right now they buying dogs because those income tax checks that just hit around June. Little Roof is gonna be done got all the income tax money. Okay, Little Roof is gonna be and got all the. They're gonna been and went to the restaurants and ate all the damn crab legs. Um, I really think that some of those income tax checks gone now. Cause I was at one about a week or two ago, I was looking at people posting their food and stuff on social media. You know when they ain't used to shit. Okay. They gonna post the big juicy steak. You could tell when they ain't never had a steak before. Okay. So they gonna post the steak on YouTube, on Facebook, and you could tell they ain't never had a crab legs. All you can eat crab legs, okay? Um, they gonna post that with the shrimp and the fish and the drink, and they gonna post the ticket. They gonna post the ticket. My meal was $143. I don't deal with people like that. I used to have a friend that we used to like to go out to like he would be like, let's go. He's gay. He'd be like, let's go here. Let's go to different places sometimes to eat. And as soon as, first of all, I got bad nerves, okay? And I had to tell him, I said, you can't double dip. Please don't double dip. Take you some of that cheese dip and pour it in a little salsa. Okay, that's number one. People don't know etiquette. You're not supposed to double dip. And then number two, he would get loud. That's to draw attention. If I'm out eating, I like being civilized. I don't need no attention. I like being left alone so I can eat. I don't even like people looking at me when I eat. So, people like attention. Okay. So this is their opportunity to Junebug get all the income tax. They goes out and eat in restaurants that they've never been to before and showing the damn ticket. That beat all I know. That you take a picture of your ticket and you show it to everybody on Facebook. Now, if that was a man that I was talking to, I wouldn't even want him no more. You country stupid motherfucker, I don't want you. You ain't used to nothing. If you ain't used to nothing, you need to act like you are. That's why I told my puppies. I said, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I be talking to my puppies. I said, we the broke ones in this neighborhood. Okay. We don't have shit. And I put them in their little I put them in their stroller. I got them a big dog stroller. And so when we walking and stuff, and I'm out walking, I got them in their doggy stroller. I have their little clothes on them with and the girls have their bows and stuff in their head, and they just a barking. Row, 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 row. I say, ain't this some shit? So you see all the rich people or the wealthy people dogs, and they just is what they look up at them and just look back down, walking. They quiet and mannerable. I mean, just got home training. I said, let me tell you, little motherfucker, something. We the broke ones in the neighborhood. I'm over here trying to fake it until I make it. You ain't got to let everybody know that I came out of South Memphis. Everybody know that my dogs are South Memphis dogs. It was a lady, we be walking, they said, oh, your dogs are so cute. I know when they're coming. I said to myself, she's saying my puppies are ghetto. That's what she's saying. But I'm gonna send them to get them some I'm gonna send them and get them some training. Cause summertime coming up. I don't want to be embarrassed. I'm over here trying to fake it and camouflage myself, and they letting everybody know I'm straight out of the heart of South Memphis. Little ghetto dogs and everything. Can't even camouflage myself. Listen, flipping. Listen, Vanessa was saying that some of them are still they got boyfriends. Okay, Clarinetta. They got boyfriends that's telling them that they want to flip their money. They got boyfriends, their boyfriends tell them they want to flip their money. Number one, I would never be with a man that sit up and talk about he need my income tax check to flip. You ain't got no motion, ho. Don't get me started talk, because see, that makes me mad. Because a lot of these men know that these women are weak-minded because of the homes that they come from. And some of these women just like being damn fools. I wouldn't want a man that if he ain't flipped his own money, he can't flip mine. He been broke all year. Now all of a sudden he got a business plan with my income tax. Okay. He can't do nothing for himself. How he gonna flip your money? They want to get them men their money and make an ass out of them. That's what they want to do. They want to play a fool. He do it. Some of these women have men that do that every year. He come back every year. He gone after he steal the income tax. He come back every year. She let him Junebug said he gonna flip my taxes. Girl, Junebug been stealing your money for the last 5 or 6 years that you been knowing him. He ain't never flipped nothing. Mm-mm. Motionless, motionless Junebug. That's his name. Motionless Junebug. He get her income tax check and get motion. He get her income tax check and get motion. And these girls getting some real money too. They getting a lot of money. They goes on trips. Men, look, they be trying to make the other girl mad. Me and Bay on a trip. I will be shamed to be posted up on a trip that I paid for with a man talking about me and Bay on a trip, and she done paid for the whole damn trip. You with a man and you go on vacation. Normally the man takes his woman on vacation. Normally that's how it is. I mean, I don't know. A lot of these folks a bunch of damn sissies now. So they feel like the woman is supposed to take care of them financially, all of that. They ain't supposed to work, don't have no money, move up in our house, eating up her kids' cereal, s- eating the kids' cereal up, milk and shit running all down his chin, snot running out of his nose. I don't even know how nobody even want nothing like that. But it's unfortunate that a lot of these young women don't know better. These men need to start teaching their sons. See, these men are going to have to rightfully, not all men are not the same. Let me just put that into the atmosphere. Because child, these men be looking at my videos and be getting mad at me. Only the ones that it apply to, the ones that it don't apply to, they don't get mad at me. They don't get mad at me. Only the ones that be doing what I'm talking about be getting mad at me. But I don't know what they get mad for that because they sure can't whoop my ass either. So my grandma used to say that to my granddad. She used to say that about my granddad, and my grandma did. When she would go and do something and she would go, "Oh, my husband ain't gonna like that." And then she'll think about it, she'll say, "Well, he can't whoop my ass, so I'ma do it anyway." I had a really good grandfather, so he was not gonna put his hands on her, say nothing to her, nothing else. Says all Zulu do is try to fight. I want to get him a girlfriend. Girl, I didn't know that they still sold chows. Our very first puppy was a chow, Pumpy. My grandma went and bought a chow. That was in the 90s, the early 90s. And they would turn mean. They would turn mean. And and my grandma asked my sister at the time. My sister was a little girl. She said, "What are we gonna name it?" And at the time, my sister wanted to be a cheerleader. She was in elementary school. She wanted to be a cheerleader, and she said pom pom. So I remember I was like, "What's the dog name?" Pom pom. Oh my god! And that's what she named the dog, Pom Pom. But we called him Pumpy for short, Pumpy. Zulu want to fight. Lord have mercy. Y'all see they going on to sleep now. Anyways, y'all, I tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun with my nail station. Oh my God. Yeah, I hope that they list. I hope that I'm really hoping that C Murder that they will release him. I know that it has to go through the governor, but I think the governor of Louisiana likes Trump. You know, presidents have a lot of influence. I hope something can be worked out where C murder is, and it's a lot of C murders, you know, that are in jail for crimes that they did not commit. They simply convicted them based on and went after them because they were celebrities and because they were celebrities. Hey, Flame Cash. Yeah, I hope that they that C Murder is free one day soon. It's just that they went to sleep because they heard you say you was going to sell the puppies and they thought you was talking about them. I remember the last puppy I sold, y'all. They knew when he was. I mean, they knew he was gone. They cuddled up in a knot, all of them together. They was like right on top of each other, and I cried for days. And I was looking at them because they was looking at me. They was so sad because he was like the life of the party. They was so sad as they was looking at me as if I hope I'm not next to go. They was trembling and shaking, and when one would move, the other one would move behind them. They was just like all balled up together as if they didn't want to let each other go. And I called the guy that I sold. I said, I want my puppy back. And he was like, my wife is so attached. I said, I'm gonna give you your money back. Give me my puppy back. I cried for days. I cried for days. My mom was like, you don't need all those puppies. I said, I never should have sold him. I want him back. I cried for days. And I still think about him. No, I don't know when. Yes, his funeral is. Yeah, his funeral is I think next Saturday, right? I think I saw them. They posted the arrangements on Facebook. They having the viewing and the funeral the same day at the church. I tell you, um, when they hacked Thaddeus stuff and they started releasing um his videos and stuff, I think that's what made him have his last stroke. Yes, he always send me pictures. They got him so freaking spoiled. They got him so spoiled. I sold it to one of the deputies that I worked at the sheriff's office with. He's a really nice guy. I know it. It was some weirdos that came in here earlier tonight. I had to block one of them. He came in here wanting to be weird and all. I was like, dude, I am not in the mood for you to be a freaking weirdo. Move, move. For you to be a freaking weirdo. Good night. I'm getting ready to go ahead and block you right quick. And that's what I did. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, hit the like button for me. Anyways, y'all, I think I'm gonna get off of here. Um, I'm not getting ready to go back to sleep. I think I'm gonna look over my notes before because I got to go out here and see these kids this morning. Make sure they okay. You know what? I wish parents would keep themselves right for their children. I really do. I wish parents would keep themselves right for their kids, but they won't do it. A lot of parents. I think it's got to be one of the worst feelings in the world for people to have kids and then their kids feel unwanted. You know, they are shuffled around in the foster care system, and so many kids get traumatized in the foster care system. You know, it could be a good system because they might find loving parents, but so many people are getting into it for the wrong reasons. And it's just it's unfortunate. Anyways, you guys, I've been on here with you all for 2 hours. I initially got up because somebody woke me up with some disturbing information, and it kind of bothered my spirit, but I'm feeling better now. I am. I'm feeling a lot better because the thing about it is what it is. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all hanging out with me this morning. I hope that if you're getting ready to go to work, that that you have safe travels. If you're just getting home, I pray that you get your rest and sleep peacefully. But whatever you do, make sure you pray and have a safe and good day. Okay. Talk with you all later.